Referee Chris Ward signals the start of this clash here at the Endeavour Field, and Tony Armstrong, the former Western Suburbs player, has the privilege of kicking this ball off, and it's deep back inside the 22 now of Canterbury Bankstown, where the young former St Gregory's player Mick Potter plays the ball. Now Canterbury have the task. There was an elbow went in there and has been seen, and it's the lock forward Dean Carney who will be spoken to. Dean Carney of course was in the action there, and the touch judge was spot on. He had Carney wrapped up pretty quickly, and that first penalty will certainly go to Canterbury Bankstown. Referee Chris Ward has a little word of advice to the big strapping Carney, the former Thurul Wollongong player who came to Cronulla at the time that the Steelers entered the Sydney first grade competition. That's an excellent rangefinder by Canterbury. Billy Johnson quickly up. That's an excellent kick, and Billy Johnson to take the tap three. This is Mortimer. Mortimer a bit of a run around with Gould, and there's a little chip over the top. It's an excellent chance, but Chris Gardner dives upon it quickly. It's out in the centres for Cronulla. This is Carney. Oh, high tackle too from the second row forward. It was Steve Folkes there. He'll be spoken to. Folkes came up with a fairly high tackle on Carney. So it's tit for tat, referee Ward will obviously say, and a penalty will go to the Cronulla side. Well, it's all square now with this penalty, and Tony Armstrong in there, an excellent kicker of the ball, takes play to within 5 metres of the halfway. Phil Doran, the former Helensburgh player, to take the tap free. Porter. Some hard running there by second row forward Downey. Downey's knocked to the ground by Folkes, and that's 10 metres short of the halfway, and is still in Cronulla's territory. Merlot calling it wide, and also Michael Porter. And Porter there wrapped up quickly by Johnston. And this match has started off at a pretty furious pace as the big solid second row forward Withall was there, and the ball has gone astray. So a ball up either way, and the first scrum of this match will be set, and it's 8 metres back inside Cronulla's half. So at the furious pace it started, Mortimer straight away, the ball, it went a little bit too far on that occasion. Whether the lock forward, Langmack, heard the referee's whistle, he carried it on, and the same movement comes away. That's Langmack. Langmack taken by his opposite number Carney onto the blind side. Second row forward Folkes, and Folkes that time crashed by Porter. 10 metres, that's a 10 metre line back inside Cronulla's half. This is the ball player for Canterbury Bankstown, Gould. We'll see a lot from this fellow today. He made an extra 5 metres. This is the centre three-quarter Andrew Farrer going for a little charge across field, and Farrer is again caught by Carney, and also the half-back lane. Onto the open side, and now it's all Tunks there, almost got a ball away. Last tackle signal by referee Ward. This is Mortimer. Mortimer will use the bomb. Standing back there, Mark McGraw, and a lot of pressure on McGraw, and it's a chance for the wing three-quarter, Kevin Podgy, and I think Kevin Podgy has actually scored over there, and he has scored. So Podgy open to scoring here for Canterbury Bankstown. He followed up a bomb. The pressure was on the young fullback, Mark McGraw. McGraw went up for the ball, and of course the ball came free, and right there was the wing three-quarter backing up well, Kevin Podgy, and Podgy has gone in for a very, very important try for the Canterbury Bankstown side. So Terry Lamb is 12 metres out, 10 metres to the left of the upright, with a simple shot for his ability, and he raises the flags and gives his side, Canterbury Bankstown, the lead by 6 points to 0. Well, this is Doran with the tap free. Merlot looking for lane out wide. Solid defence coming from Tunks. Just outside the 22 now. Played forward. And Downey makes a good gain, about 15 metres. Doran, this is second row forward. Withall gets his arms clear, but couldn't get that pass away. Robinson over the top. Langmack underneath. Lane. Here's the kick. Nixon putting space And that's a good tackle too. That's an excellent tackle from Cronulla, keeping Canterbury back in their own territory. This is Hammond. Johnson to Mortimer. Mortimer sights a little gap over the top and gets it. Mortimer and Lamb. Lamb inside. And Lamb will go for the far corner. Terry Lamb, they won't catch him. Lane comes at him and Lamb gets there. That's an excellent try for Terry Lamb. And even more meritorious when one notes that Lamb was held back. When the halfback Mortimer made the break, the defence saw Lamb coming. They got onto Lamb, held him back, but it was through his own stamina and sheer strength he broke away from that tackle. But Terry Lamb is wide out. That's the 22-metre mark. He's 10 metres in from touch. So it will be quite a good kick if Lamb converts this try. He sort of hit the ground and the ball has fallen short, so Canterbury now lead Cronulla by 10 points to 0. Comes out Cronulla's way. Lane, McGraw. Oh, and a bad mistake there by Nixon. Picked up quickly by Canterbury. This is Mullane. He's against his former club. Mullane could score. He tips it back inside to Lamb, and in fact Lamb will score right beside the post. So from a Cronulla mistake, quickly capitalised on by the centre three-quarter Greg Mullane. Mullane ran it wide and saw the ever-present Lamb inside, and Lamb has done the rest. And if this fellow is not the best 5'8" in Sydney and not one of the best current form footballers, I'll give it away. He's in fine touch. So Lamb is exactly 10 metres out and almost in direct line with the right upright. And Lamb's raised the flags, and that takes the score to 16 points to 0. So Lane. And Nixon playing the ball 12 metres short of the halfway, still in their territory, in the Cronulla territory. So Downey with Doran in the ruck half position, blindside Merlot. Merlot can't handle, loses possession, quickly dived upon by Mortimer. Too casual that time, Merlot. Gould using it wide now. This is the wing three-quarter. This Potter now back inside. A tackle from Downey. Downey just inside the 22. Canterbury go on the attack. This is Gould. Promising raid there. Mortimer charges into the ruck. Taken by Carney. Just inside 22. Tunks. Tunks flips it away to Johnson. This is Anderson. And Anderson is wrapped up quickly by the 5'8" Nixon. Johnson in the ruck half position, not sure what he's going to do with it. Gould turns the point of attack onto the blind side. Langmack is back inside. This is Farah. Farah one-handed to pass around. And here's Mortimer. Mortimer magic over the top to Lamb, and Lamb could score again, and he does so. Well, that was some Mortimer magic there. Terry Lamb scores. So we've got the perfect shot of Lamb there, right on the 22, just 2 metres in from touch. Oh, shocker. To the right of the upright, so the score remains Canterbury Bankstown 22, Cronulla 8. Lane to work this scrum. Cronulla ball. Nixon in from the blind. Gary Hammond, centre field, 8 metres short of the halfway. This is the second row forward, Downey. Downey's just a metre short, still in Cronulla's territory. This is Michael Porter, and charging into Gould. In fact, he's pushed off one defender, and Nixon using it wide. This is Gardner. Gardner's got support inside with Docking, and Docking is held back. Oh, that's got to be a penalty against Mortimer on that occasion. He's allowed to go on, an advantage to Cronulla, obviously. And that time he's been And we have a touch judge in and an extra 10 metres against Canterbury for talking. We'll check on the touch judge, see who he'll report. It'll be a Canterbury player, Billy Johnson. So as Tony Armstrong lines this kick up, 22 points to 8. Canterbury lead Cronulla. Cronulla have had a mammoth scrum count, 2-1, 8-4 the scrums. Cronulla lead the penalties 12-9. (22-8). Tony Armstrong, left footer, hits the ball well, reduces the deficit in this match. Canterbury 22, lead Cronulla 10. Cronulla ball, Lane, Nixon a run around with Armstrong. Armstrong received a little bit of treatment on that occasion as Nixon gets it wide. Hammond forced back by the two big centres. Docking taken by Langmack. Oh, Des O'Reilly. So Canterbury back in possession, 22 points to 10. Lamb, Mullane tips it back. Armstrong comes up with possession. Knocked both ways, and the scrum will be set just outside the Canterbury 22. Against the Cronulla front row for packing in prior to Andrew Farah. Gaining not a lot of ground, just 8 metres short of the halfway, still in Canterbury territory. Terry Lamb, 18 of the 22 points scored so far. Mullane caught in centre field. Onto the open side, this is Tunks. And Tunks that time caught by the second row forward Downey, and also the replacement player Des O'Reilly. Switch of the attack. Here's a clean break by the second row forward folks. This is Gould. Gould running back and across field, shows it one way and eventually gets it away to the centre three-quarter. Mullane, and Mullane is caught just inside 22. This is Robinson now. Robinson surging forward. He wants to try against Cronulla after his 10-minute sin bin. Last tackle. Here's Mortimer. Mortimer using it wide. Tunks with a little kick through. And here's a chance for the flying Podgy. And Podgy has charged onto that ball after the Tunks kick, and a great try by Podgy. So Lamb now with a conversion attempt just inside the 22. That's not a bad looking kick, but just across to the face of the upright, and the score remains Canterbury Bankstown 22, Cronulla 10.
Ace goal kicker Ross Conlon to a wing spot with Canterbury for the clash with South Sydney. He'll take over the kicking. The Rabbitohs have got no one to equal the Mortimer-Lamb combination, which is developing superbly and producing magnificent tries.